Konica Minolta. C227. Konica. Right, enough of that. You gotta laugh. It's Konica Minolta. They made me do it. Sick bunch of idiots they are. This is a really tiny original. Let's see if we can make this one come up a treat. We're going to make it negative positive. We'll see how this one turns out. I wonder what background colour we're going to add to this. Going to make it yellow, which is the happy colour. Okay. Actually, no, it's going to be negative, so we've got to darken it. Oops. Okay. Let's see if we can make this one come up a treat. It's really tiny. It is. It's a picture of an apple. I take it this is probably a children's sticker. It looks something from a child, and I don't think the background colour is going to work because that's going to turn black and there's not going to be any white to turn into a background colour. So now I'm just going to put this on the glass. Whoops, not up this way, up that way, just like that. And I'm going to move it. I'm going to have to use my camera hand to press the start button. See if this tiny object will look good. Okay, let's see how we go. Actually, the background would probably end up with the yellow because it's going to be negative positive, so that's good. I'm glad I did it that way, and that's what's happened. We've got yellow as our background colour, and that just adds more interest. So I wonder if we're going to use this. It's not the greatest looking original. It looks a bit simple, a bit boring. I think we're going to throw that on our recycle pile, and we're just going to work on editing this image, adding a bit more to it to make it look even better. So we're just going to switch this to copied paper, and we're going to just overlap this. This is ugly. This is the typical. We're going to overlap this, and we're going to make this a bit bigger vertically, and let's see what we can do. So we're just going to put that on the glass. We're just going to overlap the edges so we don't get dirty big borders, and we can wipe out the borders that were created when the original was being made, or the master copy rather was being made. So now we've just got to do some work on this. We're going to take that off, and we're going to just change our settings. So I think the vertical could go 100 and we're going 120. We're going to add 20% to this, and I think the rest will stay at 100. Actually, we've got to make this one, we've got to make the horizontal, the vertical, should I say, larger, because we're going to have we've overlapped the edge, so it's going to cause another border problem. So yeah, so let's see how we go here. I'm going to switch that off. Now we can switch this. Oh, actually, we'll leave it, we'll turn it off, and we're just going to go here. We're going here. We're going to add some red to this. Going all the way. We're going to go brightness now. So that's going to be a bit darker, but not all the way. It's not negative. And the hue, we're just going to give it some cool down. And I think that's the settings. Let's try and see what happens. There goes the scanner making the squeak again. Okay, let's see how this looks. Well, that looks, I think we did the wrong way. That looks nice colour-wise. I like that iridescent blue or cyan. This looks stroby, but we've got too much that way. We wanted it to be vertically rather than horizontal, so I think maybe we made the horizontal. It should have been the vertical that was 120, not the horizontal. It's easy to get your X's and Y's confused, so we're going to go 104 for the horizontal, and for the vertical, we're now going to go 120. So that should fix our problem, and see how we go. It looks good. It looks good so far, but we just have to fix these. We just have to correct these problems that we made. Yeah, that looks better. That's more like it. That's how I wanted it. That's pretty, not that, but this. That looks good. It's time to bang off the other segments of this original, or should I say this composition. Okay, out it comes. So that's that one. And it's really stroby. Those printer's dots, or should I say halftone dots, do make a stroboscopic effect with this camera. It looks really nice, or should I say with this phone's camera. It's a Galaxy S8 Plus. It's got a really good camera, this phone does. And you can store your videos on micro SD cards instead of saving it to the hard drive. Just like, well, the Apple iPhones don't have the SD card slot, which is a real pain. So I'm glad I got an S8 Plus instead of an iPhone 8. I'm so glad. So glad. I really am. And yeah, there's a load of shit with the iPhones at the moment. They're taking out the headphone jacks. They've done this and they've done that. It's just not the same anymore. I think that's his name, Tim Cook, doesn't know how to innovate. He just knows how to constipate and how to make money. I think he's worth billions of dollars, the bitch, and he is a bitch. I have no respect for him and his fucking products. I might have to buy some more Apple products when I get together with Luigi, because we need certain aspects of that Apple have that you don't get with Microsoft or Android. It's just out of necessity. Sometimes you got to do that. But anyway, enough about that. That looked boring at first, but now that looks a lot better. I think now we can call that one quits.